Right now, I am joined on the phone by one of the coolest dudes in all of rock music, and that is a fact. Zach Myers, guitar player of Shinedown. These guys are going to be hitting the road in just a couple weeks, hitting up Fargo March 16th. Looking forward to that show. Zach, what is up? How you doing, man?
Good, man. Just jumping on some phoners for my sick singer.
Yeah, it's going around, though. It's cold and flu season. I kind of got it myself, so if I have a bit of a nasally drone, now we're on the same page there. So what are you up to, Zach? Oh, where are you hanging out right now? What's going on?
I'm at home in Memphis, man.
Just waiting for the tour to start.
Yeah, well, my wife's 8 months pregnant, so I'm kind of waiting for the tour to start and waiting for the baby to drop anytime. So.
Awesome. That's exciting stuff, man. So you guys are hitting the road in the next couple weeks, and I'm assuming until that time passes, now that you just told me that, that's what you're dealing with, right? Is the pregnant wife or anything else going on in your life right now?
No, man. All-Star breaks over in the NBA, so I get to watch basketball again, which is nice. And then, yeah, man, that's it. Baby and basketball, and then waiting for a tour to start. Yeah, man, we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun little run, and then I'm going to have a kid, and then take like 6 weeks off, and then we're back to doing U.S. festivals in May.
Yeah, stoked for that, man. The last time I saw you was actually at a festival, Moondance Jam, this past summer in Walker, Minnesota. Yeah, we were doing the flex off at the end of the interview.
And I remember that very well. Yeah, there's a photo of that somewhere.
Yeah, it's lingering around the internet somewhere. But for those that haven't seen Shinedown before, you guys are going to be here in Fargo on March 16th with the Virgin Marys. We're stoked for it. But if someone has seen Shinedown before, what's going to separate this upcoming tour from perhaps the shows they've seen in the past?
For this show, because it's just like a little run, I think we're going to kind of scale it down a little bit. So, I mean, for us, I think it's going to be like, I think we'll kind of go back to what we were doing in July, which will be like a longer set, maybe go back into the catalog a little bit. I think it's just going to be a night of music. There's really no frills on this one. We're not bringing like a ton of production. It's just going to be the band and some amps and some drums. And for me, there are times where I love the big production shows. There's times where I want to see a Rolling Stones U2 style show. And then there's times that I want to go to a smaller venue and see a band just play songs. And so I think it's going to be the latter on this one. I think it's going to be us up there playing for probably 2 hours. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm stoked. And the new album, Threats of Survival, is out now. You guys busting out a lot of tracks from that?
Yeah, man. We actually, on this European tour, we just started doing Black Cadillac, which we haven't played yet. So it was really cool, man. It was, we haven't done that yet. So it was kind of like, all right, it was a cool way to kind of like lean into it, because we had only really played, I think, off the new record, Asking for It, Cut the Cord, State of My Head, and How Did You Love? And so it was kind of nice to get into a new song. So I don't know what we're going to do, man. It'll probably be something cool that we'll try to, work our way into.
Yeah, definitely. And you can't go wrong with anything off Threats of Survival. It's awesome, as are all of your albums. I've loved everything, so keep up the good work, you guys. And I wanted to ask you about the Grammys, since they were the other night. And I feel like we all know this, but the Grammys never seem to really accurately portray what's going on in rock music. So what are your thoughts on their choices for, say, rock album of the year or rock song of the year every single time they do this? Because they never seem to get it right.
Have they ever really gotten it right, though? I mean, that's the thing. Like, I look back on it, and everybody talks about it now. Like, they're missing where it's at, and like, I get it, but like, they never really got it right. I mean, everybody goes back to the Jethro Tull Metallica thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's true. You know what I mean? Like, they effed it up back then. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. For some reason, man, I think that I don't know if they'll ever get it right. I don't think they have their thumb on what this community is. I don't think they know that there's bands like us and Disturbed and Breaking Benjamin who sell all these records and have all these #1 songs, and I think that they don't realize that that's out there. I think that they go, okay, well, what's on alternative, or what's on VH1, or and that's a sad thing, because the rock community is so big, and when people say rock is dead, and maybe in a label type of way, it may be, but for us, like, I mean, our currency has always been fans and seats, and we've always had that. And there's so many other bands out there, like I said, like Disturbed, who has that same thing, like Slipknot. So I think it's interesting to see. I think that what's going to happen is all these other kind of alternative type bands, they're not going to be up for Rock Awards anymore. So I think eventually they're going to face the fact that there's other bands out there.
Yeah, definitely. So what you're saying basically is that when you guys are writing a song, you're writing an album, winning a Grammy is not exactly on your mind.
Man, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I want to win a Grammy for my mom and dad. And for myself, I could not care. I could not care less.
Well, that's awesome, because then you can just focus on the performance, like you were saying, and that's truly what it's all about, and that's what the rock fans care about.
Yeah, man. For me, it's you know what, I want to make our fans happy, and that's really it, man. I have no awards mean nothing to me, just because that's not why I create. You know what? Why I started bands is I wanted, when I was younger, I wanted to get girls, and I wanted to sell records, and like have kids want to be like me, and there's no award for that, you know. So it's like I'm perfectly fine with the record sales and the ticket sales, and there's no, you know, I would love to have a Grammy award for my mom and my dad. Other than that, I would put it in the bathroom. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely, man. Speaking of the rock scene, real quick, what are your thoughts on the way that STP is searching for their new singer? And like, do you guys think that if for some weird reason this ever happened to Shinedown, that you guys could ever go down that route of just letting anybody try and be in your band?
No, I don't think we could do it. And I don't have anything against those guys. I think we have three of the most talented musicians in our generation in a band. And, you know, it is sad that Scott passed, and it was untimely. And sadly, we kind of saw it coming, and there was nothing any of us could do about it, you know, even the people who knew him. So, I mean, yes and no. Do I think they should have done it this soon? No. But, you know, obviously Chester has other commitments with Linkin Park.
Mm-hmm.
Completely understandable, you know. So I think that, listen, it's weird. It's a touchy subject, because you have somebody like such a legend, and that band with those four guys created such an amazing thing, you know, that you don't want to take that away, and you don't want to tarnish it by doing something less. But at the same time, who are we to say that these three guys can't play music underneath this moniker that they made for themselves? You know, like, they came up with that name. They wrote all those songs. So we can't take that away from them, you know. But I guess what I'm saying is I maybe would have waited a little bit longer.
So what you're telling me is that you will not be auditioning to become the new lead singer of the Stone Temple Pilots.
I will not be auditioning to become the new singer of the Stone Temple Pilots. I know some people who are, and that's great for them. I hope it, you know what I mean? Like, I hope it works out amazingly. But yeah, it won't be me for sure. It won't be Brent. And I don't know if our band could. I don't know. You know, I think that our band's just a little bit different. I think that, you know, that I don't know if we could ever do that. I don't think that's in our cards. Brent has such an original voice. You know, I think with STP, they kind of already proved to themselves that they could kind of successfully put it with Chester. So, I mean, you know, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility for them to find another guy.
Yeah, and like you said, you guys got a good thing going, so we'll just keep it that way. Zach, can't wait for you guys to be in Fargo March 16th with the Virgin Mary. It's been a couple of years since we've had you guys up here. Looking forward to hearing all the new songs, the new show, and everything. Anything you want to say to all the fans up here in Fargo before you guys hit the road?
Yeah, man. I hate that it's been so long that we've been back, but we've been making a record and taking some time off. But no, we're excited to come back to Fargo. It's a place that we've always loved, and we've always had some really kind of memorable shows in Fargo. So we're looking forward to it, and we'll see you guys soon.
All right, Zach Myers, thank you very much for joining me today. Enjoy your time at home, and hopefully everything with the pregnant wife goes smooth here now that you're kind of at the end of the road with that, and enjoy your new child, my friend.
Yeah, man. Thanks, guys.